Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are painting my phone case apparently, and we are going to talk about some more in-depth things about the foster care situation and where I stand now and how I'm doing. So our first foster home was pretty delightful. It was a old couple with grandkids. They were very fun, very enjoyable. Their grandkids were so nice. Then we ended up going back to my grandmother's house for kinship. She took care of us for quite a long time, and then our dad got us back. When he got us back, we ended up going back about 47 days later. So when we finally went back, we went back to this foster home. At first, it started out like super delightful, super fun. You know, there's always that like honeymoon phase, that honeymoon period where people are super nice, super delightful, and they just, you know, made it seem like, you know, this whole big thing, you know, like foster care was such a big deal, and, you know, foster care was like this thing that they were like called out to do, and yada yada yada. But things quickly changed. She began to abuse my siblings. Well, my brother specifically. She would abuse him physically, and then when it came to me and my sister, it was just like emotionally and mentally would abuse us. She would tell us that our parents were no good, they were never getting us back. She would start to tell us and like make us believe that our parents were no good for us, they were bad people, and she had us, we were kind of like maids, and like we were always cooking and cleaning and doing everything that she asked us to, like jumping when she asked for it. Just afraid of what she would do. So, you know, that became a really hard thing to manage and to just like come about. She began to tell us that if she didn't need the money, if it wasn't for the money, she wouldn't have us in the first place. So that was something that was like really hard to, you know, get past and understand. Like, why were these people being so terrible to us? Why were they so mean and you know, just like rude? And it's like, you know, she didn't want us at all. It was just really sad to think about. Like, we came from this, you know, broken home, and you just made it even more broken. So eventually we told our our attorney, who was on the case with us, who was like fighting for us. We told them about the situation, and she had us removed that same night. We ended up going to these really nice elderly people. We stayed with them for quite a while. And then we met the greatest foster parents we've ever had. Again, not going to name any names. I will speak to them, and if it is okay with them, then yes, of course, I will, you know, put that out there. But they were so nice to us, so inviting, and so they let us be a part of everything. Family gatherings, and yes, we had chores, but they were like, you know, it was like a normal family. Like, we went to school, came home, did schoolwork, did chores. They helped around the house, they cooked. If we wanted to cook every once in a while, if we wanted to, just because that's something that we were like used to and it was like a normal thing for us, then we did. You know, we had such a great life, like great time there. And it was just, I don't know, like they were just such good people, and I enjoyed being around those people so much that it was like, we still talk to them to this day. That's how amazing they were. Like, it's 4 years later, and we still talk to these people on a daily basis to an extent, you know? These are such good people. They have lives. They finally adopted 3 children of their own. We consider them our brothers and sister. And being in foster care had opened my eyes, has opened my eyes so much that it's brought me to the point where I'm like, okay, I want to foster and I want to adopt now. Like, kids out there need good people. We need good people. They need good people. They come from somewhere that is already so broken that it's not even funny. Like, they need people to understand where you came from. They want to, they want to have somebody who is like shared experiences and understands, certain things. Like, I remember it was like so hard for me to talk to like the caseworkers or whatever, because they'll be like I understand. I understand where you're coming from, and I'm like, you don't though. And if you do, like, tell me the story. Like, make me understand. Make me feel comfortable to talk to you. And it was like so. It just didn't make sense to me how caseworkers would be like, I understand where you're coming from, but you didn't. And then anytime that we would tell like our attorney or like our caseworker something, they would go and like say something to the court, and then it would like be written out in like the court document, and then they would tell us like, and it would just be like something that we didn't even say. Like, they would just like put words in our mouth at times, and it was just like we didn't say that though. Like, you're putting words in our mouth that we never even said. And it was just so life was just so hard as a foster kid, honestly. And schooling was so hard too, because it's like court order that you do like counseling and this and that, and then like your friends would be like, they would always question like, yeah, what'd you go to the counselor's office for? And you obviously don't have to tell them, but like, and I never wanted to tell anybody just because I didn't want to be treated differently. Like, I hated when people would try to be like, oh, you poor thing, or like they would try to like give you extra time on like schoolwork, or like whatever. Like, yeah, that could be cool for some kids, but like it was just like I didn't want to be treated differently than all of the rest of the kids. Like, I just wanted to be treated normal, just like anybody else in the school. I just wanted to be normal, because like my home life already as is just like wasn't normal, and my backstory just wasn't normal. So I wanted to be treated normal when I was around my friends. So like when I would choose my friends at school, I would always be, I would tell people like where I came from, who I was, and whatever, whatnot. But then I would ask like, look, if we're going to be friends and this is gonna be like a continuous thing, I don't want to be treated differently than the rest of the kids, than the rest of like your friends. I would rather be treated the same the same way that you treat your friends. Like, don't think like your slightest bit of like sarcasm or something would offend me. Like, please do, like, please be funny and joke around and be you. Don't try to hide what you want to say or hide your feelings because of, my lifestyle and the way that I live, I just wanted people to treat me as normal as possible, just because my life as is was not normal. So that was really stressful, going through school, and people, whether or not if I wanted people to know or if I didn't want people to know, it was so hard to like choose friends and choose who you could actually trust. And so that was a hard part of my life. I officially graduated high school in 2019, which was last year, which if you watched my last video, you obviously know that. And I also got married December 16th of 2019. Not too long after I had graduated high school. I married my best friend of all time, and he was the #1 person who had stuck by me the whole time during foster care. And shout out to him. I really appreciate him. He is my best friend, and I love him beyond words. Like, just, I can't explain it. He is my best friend. He always will be. And I just appreciate everything that he's done for me. Like, you always need that person to be in your corner. You always need a person to be behind you, and somebody who can understand the kind of lifestyle that you came from. And I know a lot of people can't relate to this, but I want to be there for foster children and people who understand the struggle and where I came from. I just want to be there. I want to be your shoulder to lean on if you need it. So, if you enjoyed this video, it was a pretty lengthy video of me just like talking and blabbing my mouth, but that's kind of what I'm good at. Just stay tuned. There's more to come, more advice to come. I have some things in mind, some advice for how to kind of get through it and how to easily get through it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, press the little green button, and not very good at editing videos, so sorry. We'll figure that out soon enough, but yeah, just give it a like, subscribe, and come back for more.